What up, folks? I'm Ultrazillatoys, and today I have a review of the Funko Pop's Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire Suko. That's right, my zillions. We got the final of the regular Pops. These are Super Pops on the bottom. They're a little bit bigger. The regular Pops, this is the final one that we are doing. The regular releases, I got all of these at Target in one shot. They were all there, just one set of them. Sometimes that's how these things happen. There's like one set, and I lucked out. I did the same thing with the Rise of the Beast, as well as Godzilla, Godzilla vs. Kong, right? So yeah, Suko, last one, little Kong, baby Kong. Who knows if he is? We don't know quite yet. I will say he is definitely not as red here as he is, as he looks in the movie. So interesting. So without any further ado, let's get to this review. And here's little Suko out of the package, although he's pretty much the same size as the rest. Scaling is not really a thing here. He has brown fur, so that's a little bit different, I think, than what we see on screen. At least in the trailers, he looks more like Scar King colors. But maybe that's lighting. I don't know. But this is... most assuredly, this is brown. This is not red at all. But it looks good. It's a nice sculpt, you got a nice fur detail on the back. You got gray feet, gray hands. The body's pretty cool. He's like a, I don't know, anticipating action type pose, I guess. It looks fine enough. There's decent detail in it. It's not so bad. The head sculpt is the thing to talk about, though, right? The head sculpt is pretty nice. His ears are done well. His face is done very, very well. I like the green eyes. I think that's a really nice touch. The paint in the nostrils is pretty good. You got the scar, surrounding his eye on both sides. And that's pretty well done, too. And I think the sculpt work in general around the face is very, very, very nice. Like the mouth looks good. You got a lot of little wrinkles in there. So, yeah, it's pretty good. It's a nice little figure, There's no articulation on this one. The head does not move. But, it's fine. Like Funko Pops, like, for one every, like, 5 or 6 or more, like, they'll have a head that moves. But usually, it does not. But anywho, Suko, he's pretty cool. And for your size comparisons, finally, we have all of the Pops together. And they are a pretty cool set. They are. I mean, these are definitely lots of fun. I like how Suko looks. He is a little bit smaller. I mean, very, very little. But maybe the same size as Scar King, actually. Yeah, pretty much the same size as Scar King. So there's that. But whatevs, again, these are not really about scale. They're just fun little representations. And again, I've said this before in these reviews, but these are going back in their package and just like sitting on my shelf, as is. But I do like collecting them, I have to admit. I mean, I don't collect, Pops completely as a thing. But, special movies like this, I always do tend to get them. So there you have it. And for another size comparison, here is a Suko with the Playmates Suko. So you can see, this one is, and Doug. Sorry, Doug. Why didn't this come with a Doug? Hey, should have came with a Doug. Doesn't have to, but why don't we get a Doug Pop? Anywho, as you can see here, this is what I was talking about. Anyway, this is smaller than this, which is funny. Kind of more of a reddish, like a reddish brown to the fur on this one. I mean, it's still brown, but it's definitely like more of the reddish brown than this one is. So, that in the previews, I feel like it looks even further, reddish brown than this. But yeah, definitely, this is closer to what we're seeing so far in the trailers than this Pop. And my final thoughts, this is a cool little figure. That was a really quick review, wasn't it? I think the quickest of these, but there's not anything to really complain about. I'd say the fur color, I feel like, is off, as you saw with the Playmates, it's, you know, it's a tad more red. It's not fully like Scar King red, but it's a tad more red, where there's this feel of like, is he like a Scar King type or is he a Kong type? He's like somewhere in the middle. And this makes it feel more Kong-esque, I would say. But I mean, he might just be. So I don't know for sure. We'll see. But you know, that would be my only complaint. But I don't know if it's a complaint. You know, so we'll see. We'll see. Is all I'm saying. Otherwise, it's pretty perfect. I do like it. I think it's a very nice little pop. And there you go. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you're new to the channel, why don't you go ahead and sub yourself for daily content, and let me help you diversify your collection. And do stay tuned. Even though this was the last of the regular pops, there's more pops to come. I do have a Scar King on the throne on its way, and I still have to review the 2 super ones, so we will be getting more pops into the mix. And the Sleeping Godzilla is going to come at some point. I did get an order in for that, but I think it's kind of not coming to me personally until like April. So it is what it is. More pops to come is what I'm trying to say from this movie, and there you have it. Until next time, peace out, peeps.